from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm endorsing Ron Paul for president in 2012.
My name is Mike, I'm from Toledo, Ohio, and I am gay. I usually hate to preface an introduction with I'm gay. I prefer people to get to know me as a person first and as a gay person second. But this video is an endorsement from a gay American to Dr. Ron Paul for president.
But I want to say I'm personally endorsing Ron Paul for president of the United States for 2012. I really want people to start looking up this dude Ron Paul, because a lot of stuff he says makes perfect sense.
Here, what I'm doing is I'm announcing my endorsement for Ron Paul for the 2012 race. This is Alan Kennedy of Alexander. This is my official endorsement for Dr. Ron Paul for president in 2012.
My name is Elisha Dorsey. I support Ron Paul for president in 2012.
I'm basically giving my personal endorsement for Ron Paul in 2012.
It's unbelievable to go to the Republican debate and see Ron Paul make the argument for legalizing marijuana and get an ovation in South Carolina from South Carolina Republicans. Man, that's wild. And then you got Gary Johnson, the former governor of New Mexico, up there. And of course they're making the argument before a Republican audience that we shouldn't be in Afghanistan, we shouldn't be in Iraq, and getting applause. I'm thinking, you know, this Ron Paul, he is changing the Republican Party more so than the Republicans apparently realize.
I have a saying that I've used to describe foreign aid. Foreign aid is taking money from the poor people of a rich country and giving it to the rich people of a poor country. There's nothing wrong with what the founders talked about. They talked about having friendships and trading, getting along with people, and staying out of the entangling alliance in the internal affairs of foreign nations when it's none of our business.
Congressman Paul, you say that we should cut off all foreign aid to the Middle East and, quote, let them take care of themselves.
Congressman Paul, you have wanted to pull U.S. troops out of Afghanistan for years. In fact, you said on the House floor about the U.S. military's efforts in Afghanistan, quote, whose interests do we serve by continuing this exercise in futility?
Congressman Paul, in 2007, in an interview, you were asked, should gays be allowed to marry? You said, quote, sure, they can do whatever they want and call it whatever they want. Are you advocating legalizing gay marriage in this country?
I think the government should just keep out of it. I think it should be done by the church or private contract, and we shouldn't have this argument. Who's married and who isn't married? I have my standards, but I shouldn't have to impose my standards on others. Others have standards, and they have no right to impose their marriage standards on me.
I don't know whether you want to call it inefficiency or corruption or manipulation, whether it's the tax code and the Swiss cheese there, the lack of real transparency and choice or competition in healthcare, the nature of our foreign policy, our banking system, our energy policy. These are the core issues that are laying the American people with debt. Why are there so few of you? Why is the debate not run by more people like you that are debating trillion-dollar issues that we actually have, as opposed to this pro wrestling we get with the nonsense on 30 billion from you or 50 billion from me?
Well, politically it's unpopular, especially if you've been talking this way like I have for 10, 15 years when we should have been dealing with it. So this means you would have had to cut out the military-industrial complex and the special interests here at home.
I agree.
But we have corporatism, and you know as well as anybody how the big guys got bailed out, and the little guys did get bailed out and compounded our problem. It wasn't the people who were giving us honest services and honest goods. It was the people who were ripping us off with the derivatives market, get into trouble, and then the taxpayers get stuck with that. That's what I resent.